So more and more people are talking about Gen 2 possibly coming in soon. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm really sick and tired of seeing Pidgeys and Rattatas, so I think it would be really nice to finally get my hands on a Hoot Hoot or a Sentry. But, of course, with Gen 1 not even being fully complete yet, I do feel like that there are ways that we could slowly implement Gen 2. We recently found an article that was really rather interesting, and I will definitely be sure to leave it in the comment section below. But, without further ado, let's get straight to the video. Hey everyone, welcome to GameStream. I'm JT, aka Hype Zero.
And I'm Matt.
And we're going to be talking about how we possibly might be getting Gen 2. Now, of course, please keep in mind as a disclaimer that nothing that we talk about in this little video is actually confirmed or anything like that. It's just a speculation, it's just a theory, an idea, whatever you want to call it. But, mainly this is just like us discussing, exactly how we might be seeing Gen 2 slowly being implemented into the game. Because, let's face it, dude. There's no possible way that they're just going to be like, oh, let's just, fly with a B-52 and just drop all these, carts of Gen 2 Pokemon into the game. We can't do that. So, according to the article that we did find, it said breeding would possibly become an option for Gen 1 Pokemon, which is something I would really like to see. I would like to be able to know exactly what I'm getting out of my eggs, how wonderful would it be to randomly, in our area this is like basically logically impossible, but getting a Hitmonchan and a Hitmonlee, getting them to breed in some form or fashion and getting a Tyrogue egg.
Yeah.
How great would that be? Because of course they would have to start small, but if they're actually bringing in Gen 2, and what I really found fascinating about that article, by the way, was in order to get an evolution, you had to get a baby. You had to get a baby, then you were able to unlock evolutions for certain Pokemon, and then once you did both, then the 3 starters for the new generation would, appear, and you could select one of those, starters.
Yeah, yeah.
Out of everything, I'm more, I want Gen 2 really bad, but I'm really more stoked out for the idea of breeding Pokemon. I would like to be able to, I could understand maybe considering, technically you could breed, what if actually, because, you can actually breed, animals in real life to death pretty much. They push out kids so much, litter so much. Jesus. But make it sound so inhuman, so terrible. But, it is, breeding to death. But anyway, I'm talking. So, I think it would make sense that each Pokemon had, a counter. And each time it bred, it lost the counter. And then it loses the ability to breed. That way, it's not fair. You have to go and obtain more of that certain Pokemon.
Yeah, that definitely makes sense. And a big thing with them introducing breeding is it would actually give Ditto a purpose in the game right now. Since, as of right now, I don't think it's been said anyone's caught one.
Mm-hmm.
He's in the Pokedex, but no one has one. We haven't even really heard about him yet. And it would really kind of push for him to have a reason to be in the game.
Exactly. Now I'm rather interested exactly when they're actually finally going to put him in the game, because, he's in the code and everything, but there's no logical way to obtain him right now.
Yeah.
I can understand it if it's through a 10K egg or something like that, but he's not even on the list for any of the eggs.
Yeah.
He's got a catch rate. He does have a catch rate right now, but he's not attainable through eggs, and you can't find him anywhere. It's like there's a block on his his spawn ratio. But it would make sense, to have Ditto, but at the same time, I do feel like, if they do end up doing the whole breeding with the Ditto thing, I think, I don't know, they would, maybe, if they do the counter thing, you can only breed so many times.
Oh, yeah.
That's just straight up not fair.
Pretty much, yeah.
The whole purpose of the game is to actually go out and catch Pokemon. So, having a Ditto, I think that would be
it would definitely help for some places. I know around here we don't really get Hitmonlees
No.
Hitmonchans, any of that. And if we're lucky enough to hatch one from a 10K, and then later on we're able to breed it with a Ditto,
I'm gonna say
that could be the only way we could get it.
I'm gonna say for some of us, yeah, that may be the only way. So I mean, I can understand that. But I'm really excited for the idea of breeding and getting a Pichu or getting a Tyro, getting a Magby.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I mean, the idea of being
they're
able
the most adorable Pokemon in the game.
not only that,
Yeah,
I mean,
they are.
I mean, they are. But I mean, even with that, I mean, I would not mind having a Pichu. And I'd probably, if I could get a perfect CP, a perfect IV, Pichu, I would totally just keep it forever. I really would. I'd seriously would keep it. I would if they ever decide to do well, I mean, I'd favor it, yeah, because you can't delete your favorites now. So I'd probably end up favoring it. Just keep it forever, little baby Pichu. But another thing that I'm excited for, according to the article, you had to get a baby, and then evolutions for certain Pokemon would become a thing too. So, and actually, I want to take a minute to actually discuss an announcement that Niantic had just made yesterday or the day before or something like that. How they're adding, I mean, they are doing the appraisal system, but they also said they're doing many new exciting features. So that makes me wonder, are they going ahead and starting to prepare for that? Because I know they talked forever ago about making Pokestops customizable, but we haven't really heard too much more about that since then. And we haven't heard...
Are you making gyms customizable?
Making gems and Pokestops.
Oh, yeah.
But about how they're going to make Pokestops, and I may have said something funny, but making Pokestops where you can, you can make it a Pokemon Center and stuff like that. Yeah. I mean, and I do know that it's been pretty much confirmed already that in order to get the legendary birds, you're gonna have to go to a team-owned gym. You'll talk to your gym leader, and
it's still gonna be set up like an event, I believe.
It probably will be. It'll probably be
But it's just gonna. They
kind of
finally
live
confirmed how
specials.
the scenario will go about getting it.
It's from this day to this day, you can do this and blah 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 blah. Get Articuno, 1500 CP, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm just really curious about the certain ones that have certain for example, Eevee. It's gonna have Umbreon and it's gonna have Espeon. Now, with some games, Umbreon requires a Moonstone, and then you've got Espeon that requires a Sunstone. While other games, it requires him to be at a certain happiness and evolve at night, or evolve in the day, and you get Umbreon and Espeon that way.
Yeah.
How are they going to implement that? Are they going to are they going to do the little Eevee Easter egg, but do it with maybe a different name or something like that? Maybe name your Eevee Sabrina after she was after the psychic type, but maybe you get Espeon because Espeon's a psychic. Yeah. Or maybe you can name it after...
I definitely like that idea.
Yeah.
I don't like everything being random right now. And even with the Easter egg they did, it was only for a limited amount. You couldn't just sit there and just make all of them Vaporeon over and over. It already got to the point where it would stop doing it.
Right, and apparently...
So if they could do that with Umbreon or Espeon, it'd be awesome.
I mean, there was actually no confirmed spec to that. It was either I heard too many things. I heard either it was a one-time thing. I heard it was a percentage. And I think the percentage thing is actually the most believable one because it did work multiple times for a lot of people.
Yeah.
I never actually used it once. I just kind of let it go.
I believe I got 2 Vaporeons from it, and then one of each. And any other time I went for Vaporeon, it would always give me a Jolteon. So
that's not gonna work.
Yeah, but it would be awesome if they also implemented Gloom has 2 different evolutions, and Poliwhirl has 2 different evolutions.
Exactly.
So I want there to be a way that's somewhat controllable.
Well,
that way I'm not saving up all my stuff right now, and then I turn around and waste it and get something we already have.
Well, here's something that I just thought about, though. Here's the thing. With certain Pokemon, like Onix and Steelix, Scyther, Scizor, they require both of them require a Mirror Coat normally in the game. Yeah. Now, with those kind of Pokemon, I could definitely see how with that, when you go to a Pokestop, you have a very little chance, maybe 5% chance of actually obtaining the evolutionary items like that.
Oh yeah.
With a data disc for Porygon or I think that's what it is for Porygon 2. I think you get Data Disc, and then with Kingdra, you get no, it's Dragon Scale, I think, or something like that. I think it's Dragon Scale. And then with Slowbro or Slow King and Politoed, you get King's Rock. All those items become available, but you only get like a 5% chance whenever you swipe to get those items. That way, not everyone's walking around with a Scizor. Not everyone's walking around with a Steelix. I mean, because they're gonna be like decent. They're gonna have a decent multiplier.
Yeah, it would definitely be awesome for them to add a little bit more variety to the game by doing that.
Exactly, but in order for that function, the only way I can see that function working though, if they actually have to implement the those items, they would have to be able to make it to where Pokemon can hold items.
Yeah.
That's the one thing I'm kind of wondering about. Like, are they eventually going to add it to where, like, you can get berries and stuff? Because they did bring berries into Gen 2. Yeah. Are they going to make it to where they can actually hold berries? And then, like, while it's in the gym, maybe it can heal up a little bit. Like, use, like, not a raspberry, cool. But, right, like an apricot berry or something like that.
Attachment. Mm-hmm. We can just add an attachment feature to the game. And
exactly. Well, guys, we definitely hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to like it and definitely let us know in the comment section below on what Gen 2 Pokemon is your favorite. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button and be sure to stay tuned in for more Pokemon Go videos and just video game reviews and Let's Plays in general. So, until next time, we'll see you guys later. Peace out.